The summer of 2026 is shaping up to be a historic moment for cinema, and it's looking like the biggest movie season we've seen in a generation. We aren't just talking about a couple of big hits. We're looking at a non-stop gauntlet of massive sequels, long-awaited reboots, and original epics from the biggest directors in the world. It's the kind of lineup that feels like a throwback to the golden age of blockbusters, and honestly, your local theater is about to become your second home. Let's dive into the most anticipated blockbusters of the season and see exactly how they're going to turn this into an unforgettable summer at the cinema. The Devil Wears Prada 2. We're kicking things off on May 1st with a return to the high-stakes world of fashion. Miranda Priestley is back, but the industry has changed, and she's now navigating a digital landscape where her former assistant is a powerhouse executive. Getting Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, and Emily Blunt back together is a total dream, and it's easily one of the most anticipated reunions in years. Mortal Kombat 2. Just a week later on May 8th, things get a lot bloodier. Simon McQuoid is back to direct the sequel, and this time we're finally getting the tournament everyone was waiting for. The hype is real because Karl Urban is joining the cast as Johnny Cage, and seeing him bring that energy alongside Louis Tan and Hiroyuki Sanada is going to be a blast. The Mandalorian and Grogu. On May 22nd, Star Wars makes its big return to the big screen. Jon Favreau is taking Mando and the little guy from Disney Plus to the cinema for a massive intergalactic adventure. Seeing Pedro Pascal and Sigourney Weaver in a Star Wars epic on a giant IMAX screen? That's exactly why we go to the movies. Masters of the Universe. June 5th is going to be a huge day for nostalgia fans. First up is the live-action Masters of the Universe from director Travis Knight. We've been waiting forever for a proper He-Man movie, and having Nicholas Galitzine take on the mantle against Jared Leto as Skeletor is the kind of casting that actually makes you believe they're going to pull this off. Scary Movie 6. Also dropping on June 5th is the return of the franchise that redefined parodies. The Wayans brothers are back producing this one, and Anna Faris and Regina Hall are returning to poke fun at all the horror hits we've seen lately. If you've missed that specific brand of chaos, this is going to be your highlight of the summer. Disclosure Day. On June 12th, we get a brand new sci-fi event from Steven Spielberg. It's called Disclosure Day, and it deals with the global fallout of the world finally learning that aliens exist. With a cast led by Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, and Colin Firth, plus a score by John Williams, this has instant classic written all over it. The anticipation for Disclosure Day is fueled by the long-awaited return of Steven Spielberg to the alien genre, marking a monumental homecoming for the iconic film director who first defined our relationship with the stars. After decades away from extraterrestrial storytelling, Spielberg is trading the wonder of E.T. for a gritty, contemporary thriller that mirrors real-world headlines, making this a must-see event for generations of fans. By blending his legendary cinematic scale with a timely story of global secrets, he is transforming the film into a cultural phenomenon that promises to make the summer of 2026 a record-breaking milestone in movie history. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. By June 26th, James Gunn's new DC universe really takes flight. Millie Alcock is starring as Kara Zor-El in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This isn't going to be your typical hope and sunshine hero story. It's a gritty, intergalactic journey directed by Craig Gillespie that looks totally different from anything DC has done before. Minions and Monsters and Toy Story 5. July 1st is basically a holiday for families. We're getting Minions and Monsters, which brings back those yellow agents of chaos for a run-in with some legendary creatures. But the massive one is Toy Story 5. Andrew Stanton is directing this chapter, and it's tackling the very real struggle of toys trying to stay relevant in a world dominated by tablets and electronics. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are back, so prepare to have your heart broken and put back together again. Toy Story 5 will address a timely, universal conflict, where classic toys must compete for a child's attention against the addictive allure of modern electronics. Directed by veteran Pixar filmmaker Andrew Stanton, the film reunites iconic characters like Woody, Buzz, and Jessie to face off against a tablet named LilyPad, creating a narrative that resonates deeply with both nostalgic adults and parents navigating the iPad kid era. By consistently finding new ways to challenge the internal lives of these characters, rather than just repeating the same adventures, they have turned what could have been a simple tech demo into a multi-generational saga that remains the gold standard for storytelling in any medium. Moana. On July 10th, Disney is celebrating the 10th anniversary of Moana with a stunning live-action reimagining. Dwayne Johnson is back as Maui, and newcomer Catherine Lagaaya is taking on the lead role. With Thomas Kail directing, the visuals and the music are going to be on a whole new level. The Odyssey. Mid-July brings us something epic in the most literal sense. The Odyssey is a gritty, large-scale adaptation of the classic poem, following the 10-year struggle to get home after the Trojan War. It's the kind of big-budget historical epic we don't see enough of lately, and the scale is rumored to be absolutely massive. The Odyssey is poised to dominate the summer of 2026 because it represents a perfect storm of technical innovation, star power, and a return to massive practical filmmaking. Ultimately, the overwhelming anticipation for this project stems from the fact that it is a Christopher Nolan film, a label that has become the gold standard for modern cinema. Nolan isn't just making another movie. He is leveraging his peak cultural influence to prove that sophisticated, large-scale storytelling remains the ultimate pinnacle of the cinematic art form. Spider-Man: Brand New Day. And finally, we're closing out the season on July 31st with Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Tom Holland is back as Peter Parker, but everything is different. He's starting over in a world that's forgotten him, and Destin Daniel Cretton is taking the director's chair to give us a more grounded, street-level Spidey. Spider-Man: Brand New Day is poised to anchor the summer of 2026 as one of the most significant cinematic events in history by serving as the vital emotional and narrative bridge to Avengers: Doomsday. It's the perfect way to cap off the biggest summer in movie history. Whether you're in it for the laughs, the tears, or the massive explosions, there is literally something for everyone in 2026. It's rare to see a summer with this many heavy hitters lined up back-to-back, and if these films deliver on the promise, we're going to be talking about this season for a long time. What are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.